This is the first question in the 2009 exam, the first exam, the motion exam. And we've got here Ranjev running at 4 meters a second, and he has a mass of 80 kgs. And there's his speed. He steps onto a stationary trolley, so its initial speed is 0, and that has a mass of 40 kgs. He holds onto the trolley and then they move forward together in the same direction. What's the speed of the trolley as soon as Ranjev's on board? Now I tell my students, first of all, obviously when Ranjev jumps onto the trolley, because the trolley has mass, hopefully the speed they calculate is going to be less than 4 meters a second, Ranjev's original speed, because he now has to move this trolley as well. So they estimate that before they do the calculation, and that helps them make sure their calculation makes sense once they calculate the answer. Because once Ranjev jumps on the trolley, his mass and the mass of the trolley have to move, so there's going to be less speed. So let's find out what that speed is. This is a question that can be solved using momentum. So you think of this as a collision. So before the collision is Ranjev running, and after the collision is he's on the trolley and both of them are moving. Okay, so this is before and after. So the way we use momentum is we say the total momentum before equals the total momentum afterwards. We'll say, yeah, after A. Before equals momentum after. Okay, so the total momentum before, momentum is equal to mv. So mv equals mv. There's only one thing moving at the moment, so the momentum before, for the whole situation, everything in this, remember this has a velocity equals 0, so its momentum equals 0. Just had to work out Ranjev's momentum for the before. So that's, he's 80 kgs, says it up here, times his velocity of 4, and that equals the momentum afterwards, where this new thing has a mass of, what's its mass? Well, the trolley's 40 and Ranjev's 80, so the mass is 120. So 120 times some unknown velocity we don't know. Now we just have to solve for velocity. So 80 times 4 is 320, and that equals 120v. Rearrange to find v, you get v equals 320 over 120 equals 2.67 meters per second. Alright, is this collision between Ranjev and the trolley elastic or inelastic? Write your answer in the text provided and justify with the calculation. What elastic or inelastic means is the total kinetic energy. The same before and after. So to do that, let's just work out the kinetic energy before, and then we'll work it out afterwards. So kinetic energy, the formula for that is a half mv squared. So beforehand, the only thing moving is Ranjev at 4 meters a second, so put those in. Half times 80, and Ranjev's speed was 4 squared, and that equals 640 joules. And after, the kinetic energy equals a half mv squared, and that equals a half times, what's the mass of the whole system now? 120. And the velocity is what we worked out, 2.67 squared. And that equals 427 joules. They're not the same. So it's an inelastic collision. If they were the same, it would be an elastic collision. But they're not the same, so it's inelastic. Inelastic.